Hello and welcome to Promenade Française and welcome to day 11 of the challenge. Wow, wow, wow. We're in day 11, which means we are 90-day challenge, day 11. We're past 10%. Wow, okay. Whew. So today I went for a visa run, which means when you leave the country that you're in order to renew your visa. So I got my 364 days left now on my visa. And yeah, so I was sitting in a car for 7 hours, and yeah, I did a French lesson while in the car. I did a Russian lesson while in the car. Watched a little movie, listened to some podcasts, kind of just relaxed a little bit. And now luckily, I mean, this is why you have to have a study buddy, because if you don't have a study buddy, you're just tired. You do something crazy like a 7 hour road trip to a country next door, and you're going to feel tired. Then your study buddy sends you their answers to the exercise, and then guess what? You got to you got to do the exercise yourself. So let's take a quick look at the Promenade Française. Okay. Let's just take a quick overview. So the top one, the first row says, let's just make sure we're on the right one. Yeah, most likely it's still like, it's going to be reviewing the same stuff we've kind of been doing for a while now. Insister, insister. What does that mean? Insister avec un pronom tonique. 按照式列what's that? 重读人称代词加强语气。All right, so the Chinese is too hard for me to understand. It says according to the example, use 重读人. I don't know who's the 重读人. All right, let's look at the example. Je suis grand, il est petit. Oh my dog is like the longest I've ever been away from him. I got this dog a year and a half ago. I picked him up off the street. He was just on some dirt road. And he has been the guy that gets me up in the morning to take him outside. And we've gone running every night, like maybe 5 times we didn't go running in the last year and a half. So we've gone running every night. And yeah, he's never been that long away from me before. 8 hours. Elle est italienne. She's Italian. Tu es japonaise. Tu es japonaise. She is Italian. You are Japanese, and you're a Japanese male. Okay, je suis grand. Il est petit. Moi, je suis grand. Lui, il est petit. Ah, okay. In fact, I used to have this thing. I think I deleted it. It was on my screen. On my home screen. Yeah, so it looks like I deleted it. Moi, je suis grand. Lui, il est petit. So we're going to think through this. Now, in some of the earlier videos I made last year, I did do some work with this. Now, my guess is, okay, so je suis grand. Okay, so they want to add moi, je suis grand. Me, I am tall. He is short. Elle, okay, so elle est italienne is going to be lui, also lui, and Il and elle is both lui. Tu is going to be toi. So it's going to be lui. Elle est italienne. Toi, tu es japonaise. Japon. Tu es Japon. Français. Tu es japonais. Tu es japonais. Il est professeur. Lui, il est professeur. Lui, elle est étudiante. What about vous? Vous is vous. I don't know. I don't know. It's not going to be voi. All right, let's take a quick look over at our good friend Google ChatGPT. Okay, so we got moi, je suis italienne. Toi, tu es japonaise. Japonais, français, japonais. Tu es japonais. Lui, il est professeur. Elle. Why is it elle? Vous, vous avez des blancas. Blancs, des blancs, blancs, blanches. Lui, il des choses noires. Toi, lui, il, elle, brune. Okay, let's go to the explanation. Okay, stress pronouns. All right, so this is called a stress pronoun. Aha, stress pronoun. So stress pronouns. Moi, toi, lui, elle, nous, vous, elles. Let's take a second. I want to get a second opinion. Stress pronouns, French. We can just click on the first one. I don't think it's going to take more than that. Stressed. So we got moi, nous, toi, you, vous, you, lui, him, them, elle, soi. All right, so it looks like it was right. Okay. Now, I know that this is like, I'm supposed to be a little more serious about my French studies and really work at it. But I'm just, sometimes it's enough just to do what you can. And what I can do is doesn't fit. Okay. All right, let's look at the next one. Okay, next one is transform as in the example. 按照式例转换下列句子 transform. It does say transform. Ces chaussures sont noires. Il a des chaussures noires. So what's happening in this? Say these, I don't know, what's SES? These shoes are black. He has black shoes. Nos chapeaux sont noirs. Leurs baskets sont rouges. Vos chaussures sont blanches. Leurs robes sont bleues. Vos pullovers sont verts. Ces chaussées. I don't know what's happening in this. Il a des chapeaux noirs. Ils ont. What's the explanation? Okay, so the transformation moves the noun phrase, nos chapeaux sont noirs, into a standard subject-verb sentence. What is the noun phrase? What's a noun phrase? All right, let's take this and put it into our good buddy Google Translate. Our hats are black. God. This dude is just snoring. He's so happy. Okay, so I need to ask the question, like, okay, so what is the difference between a noun phrase and a standard phrase? Give me the examples from the exercise and then give the right answer and explain the difference and when you would use each type of sentence. Now, before I go too far, I'm just going to add these to the document while we're waiting. All right, so what is going on with this? A noun phrase is a group of words centered around a noun, but it does not contain a verb that describes an action. A standard sentence clause has a subject, a verb, an expression, and a complete thought. And Gordon D. Gord has his eyes closed, and he's pretending to sleep. Oh, a little buddy. All right, new noun phrase. Our hats are black. Our hats are black. This is a noun phrase because it only describes the hats, their color, but does not specify who has them. Il a des chapeaux noirs. He has black hats. Now we have a complete sentence with il a des chapeaux noirs. Okay, leurs baskets sont rouges. Their sneakers are red. They have red sneakers. Your shoes, vos chaussures sont blanches. Your shoes are white. Vous avez des chaussures blanches. Their dresses are blue. Ils ont, they have. What about in Russian? Их одежда. Их. How do you say? Они. У них есть. They have. Okay, so it's a little bit different in French or in Russian because when you say they have something. All right, so for example, let's take these two sentences here. I guess you didn't see any of that. All right, so we got this thing. So we can say their sneakers are red, and we have their sneaker, and they have red sneakers. Okay, the sneakers are red. Now, if we change this to Russian, их кроссовки красные, их кроссовки красные, у них красные. Okay. Yes, it's the same in Russian. Их кроссовки красные. Their shoes are red. У них красные кроссовки. They have red shoes. Okay, what about in Chinese?他们的运动鞋是红色的。他们的运动鞋是红色的。他们有红色的运动鞋。 他们有红色的运动鞋。There it says 他们的运动鞋. Their shoes are red. They have red shoes. So it's the same in all languages. Now, why is it important? Okay, so you can see that you have a way of expressing the subject. Okay, so their shoes are the subject. Their shoes are red. And in Russian, it's like ich, their shoes red. Yes, they have the same in Russian. And in English, their shoes are red. Their shoes. The shoes, it's the subject. Shoes are red. And then in the second sentence, 他们有红色的运动鞋. They have. So in this case, they is the subject. The subject is they have red shoes. The thing which they have are the red shoes. The shoes become the object. Okay. Anywho. So what's the point? Just to get used to different ways of seeing. Yeah, okay. So I guess the point is understanding this part of the sentence. Leur, vos, leur, vous. I think that's the point. Describing an object or group of objects without specifying who owns them. Okay. So in English, we have passive voice, but I don't really think it's exactly the passive voice. The shoes are black. These coats are warm. Yeah, it's describing the object. Describing an object. So this is one way to describe an object. Taking ownership, possession, and someone having something. Elle a des chaussures. No, she has. Il porte des chemises blanches. They wear. Noun phrases describe a noun, but does not specify an action. A standard sentence clause includes a subject, a verb, and object, providing the full statement. Use noun phrases for descriptions and sentences for actions and ownership. Yeah, okay. Yeah, probably the most difficult thing is getting used to leur, vous, leur. And then in the previous example, five. All right, so in the first different, we learned what's going on with what they call these stressed pronouns. And it's interesting because when I was creating lessons and I was talking to my French tutor a year ago, we were talking about this thing about stressed pronouns. But I never actually got there with my lessons. So now I'm kind of seeing it for my first time. Me, I am Italian. You are Japanese. He is a professor. She is a student. You have white shoes. He has black shoes. You have black pants. He has blue jeans. She is brown. She is a brunette. You are a blonde. Okay, so the point is you have to understand what a stressed pronoun is and how it's a little bit different than a regular pronoun. And then in this one, we're transforming the sentence into a subject-verb form. It's really, so you have to memorize all those ways of saying their, your, his, her, with the NOS. Our is nos. Il ne porte. What's this? Changing the sentence to negative form. I'm just gonna copy this before we go any further. Let's check what's going on with that. Number 7, mettez à la forme négative. Okay, that's interesting. I think il porte des lunettes. Il porte des lunettes. J'ai un blouson. Vous avez des baskets. Ils ont des chemises blanches. Nous portons des t-shirts rouges. Il ne porte pas des lunettes. Je n'ai pas un blouson. Vous Vous n'avez pas de baskets, ils n'ont pas de chemises blanches, nous ne parlons pas des t-shirts rouges. That's my guess. Ils ne portent pas, je n'ai pas, vous n'avez pas, ils n'ont pas, nous ne partons pas. Exactly. Number 8. Transforme comme dans l'exemple. Le sac est à moi. The sack is at me. C'est mon sac. Okay, I don't get it. I don't really understand the point. I don't know. It's like, what's that? I thought that was on my screen. All right, let's take. I want to finish this as quick as possible. These are his shoes. Ce sont ses chaussures. These are Pierre and Paul's bags. Le sac est à moi. Replace à plus person with possessive adjective. À moi, mon, ma, mes. À toi, ton, ta, tes. À lui, elle, son, sa, ses. This is actually more difficult than I thought, because I think I need more exercises for this kind of thing. So let's just copy it and then come up with a strategy maybe tomorrow, because I'm just, I'm not quite in the mood for more French today. Anyways, this is more than nothing, right? So I think that's the key, is that when you're learning a language, if you're not living in a country where they speak that language, and you're not going to a class, and you're just trying to suffer through the process by yourself, then you still have your regular life, and like going for a visa run. And if you don't have a study buddy, then you're probably not going to do the work. And at least with a study buddy, you're forced to, even if you're not happy about it, you're forced to do something. And so today I feel like I wasn't real focused or full of energy, but I did get like a little bit of so there's a word in Chinese, it's called yugan. And yugan, it means like the feel for the language. You have to have a feel for the language, meaning that at some point you're no longer stop sharing. At some point you're no longer going to be excuse me, you're not going to be translating in your head. And you're going to be just talking. And the way that you actually finally talk at the end of the day when you're learning a language is through this thing called yugan. It's because you're no longer translating word for word, but you're just saying the words that feel right. But the problem is, how do you develop that yugan? And the only way to develop yugan is exposure to the language, constant exposure over and over and over again. And yeah, you could do the things that I'm doing, like you can read books and listen and repeat, or with a tutor or with your audio, you just listen and repeat as you're reading books. And then you go through your grammar. So this is an exercise book. I think the exercise book and the challenge is just forcing me to go through all of the basic grammar of French. And it's okay if I don't understand it. We're also going to start going through another grammar book at some point, and that grammar book is going to force us even more so to actually learn it, because then we're going to go through the actual grammar principles step by step. So this is just for exposure. It's first step exposure, nothing too deep, nothing too serious. We're just cheating a little bit using ChatGPT, but now we got at least some impression of what this grammar actually means. And then at some point, your mind is going to start to build some kind of structure for how big is this language? What are the grammar points that I need to pay attention to? And then at some point, you can start to get a little more like in the memorization phase where you're actually trying to learn that specific thing. Anyways, thanks for joining me in my challenge and this just constantly studying every day. See ya.